Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my next in-session video. I reckon it's been a good few weeks since I've been out, and I don't know if you can tell from my lovely brown complexion. I've been away for a week in Spain, family holiday, which was part of my sort of 40th birthday celebrations really. Turned 40 a week or so ago, and I'd had to take myself away, I think, just to get over the fact that I've hit the big 4-0. But it was a nice relaxing week, plenty of sun, chilling out, and I'm now back home on my second week of annual leave, and I've come down to a lake that I've not fished before, but I have fished another lake on this complex. So you join me back down at Dog Lane Fishery. Now, I said when I was up on Grebe Lake that I fancy to go on here, Grebe Lake, and that's exactly where I've booked myself onto. Now, you'll have to excuse any wind noise. We've got sort of like 45-mile-an-hour winds today, and it's just hacking through here like you wouldn't believe. So hopefully you can hear me all right. But what I've done is I've booked peg number 4 on Grebe Lake. Now, when I was up on Grebe Lake, anyone that I spoke to, they basically said, yeah, peg 4 is a good peg, it's a banker peg, popular peg, blah blah blah. So it's Thursday. I saw that peg 4 was free. There's only less than a handful of other anglers on the lake today, because it is a bank holiday weekend as well, so I fully expect it to get busier as the weekend goes on. But yeah, it's Thursday, there's me and a few others, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to book this peg and see what the hype is all about. Now it's around 9:30, my session starts at 10. I've just done a little lap like I like to do when I visit these new lakes, just to get a feel for the place. And just got a bit of B-roll material, etc. And now I've just barrowed my gear down into the swim, ready to get it all set up. Now, whilst I was just faffing around changing the lens, I'm 50-50, but just like 50% unsure if I see the rings of a fish sloshing out, so I can't be 100% certain, but it looks good out there, to be quite honest. I've got this nice corner peg, basically got a nice margin to go at over here. The other peg isn't till over there, and again down my left hand side, so I've got this real nice sort of corner area and open water as well. You can use 2 rods down here. To be honest, I'd like to use about 4 or 5. There's so many nice little areas to fish to, etc. I could do with another few rods, in all honesty, but there's going to be no pressure, from what I could tell from the Catch app, up this right hand side. So there is a lot of untapped water over in this area and no angling pressure. So hopefully, with this wind pushing down here towards me, you know, the fish follow it, they get on the ends, they're mooching around, etc. And hopefully I can just nick one for the video, like I like to do, just put a fish in front of the video, and then everything else on top of that is a bonus. So that's enough of an intro, enough of what's happening. Let's get some of that off that barrow. I've got a feeling we're going to need to set the bivvy up sharpish, because we are due some rain this morning. Whether that materialises or not, I don't know, but I'd rather not be wet through before I've got anything sorted. So I'm going to quickly sling that up, and then I'm going to plop a lead around, just have a little feel to see if it's as clean as Grebe Lake, and then I can sort of think about a little bit of a plan of attack. Well, as I mentioned, I got the home set up sharpish. I did start to feel some drizzle coming down before I started to have a little bit of an interrogation to what's out in front of me. So that's up, so at least I know I can escape any rain if it does turn any heavier. But what I've done in the meantime was put a deeper on the spod rod and had a little flick around, so from left to right really, just to get a gauge of what's going on underneath the surface. Now, I've never fished this lake before. As I say, it's my first time on this lake, second time at the venue, so it's all a learning curve. So what I've done is kind of just fanned it from left to right really, and what I found is that in the middle it's really quite firm, hard. I'm talking the middle of my sort of perimeter of the water that I'm allowed to fish. So yeah, really hard out there, nice glowing lake bed. And then as I sort of drifted it round, casting it round, just a bit of an arc really, it got softer as I come around, until I got to about this point here where it really did start to firm up. I don't know if it's a known spot, whether it's regularly fed, or whether, you know, it's just people send their bait boats over there and it's an obvious obvious spot to fish, but it was glowing yellow. So anything from the middle right round to this point here, I'll be fishing in the soft stuff. If I want to fish over to that spot over there, where we're going over here, that'll be nice and hard, nice and clean. I can probably present, you know, anything on that, wafter, solid bag, whatever it may be. If I wanted to fish into the soft stuff, I'll probably move to something like a spinner rig, some sort of pop-up, that sort of thing, just to make sure that I'm 100% fishing. What I will do is just chuck a lead on it, one just to gauge the distance over there, get it over the clip, so I'm not sending it up into the tree or to the reeds or anything like that. So safe fishing. I'll get the distance required that I need to be able to send a rig over there. And then not only that, I can also just walk around the bank and bait up by hand as well, which is really nice. But in the meantime, like the left hand, well, what will be my left hand rod, I can just use it as a bit of a rover, I guess, to start with. Not seen anything since I've been here, not seen anything since I've been sort of setting up, just having a sort of feature find as such. Not actually seen any fish whatsoever, and I'm still unsure about that one that I saw earlier, whether that was actually a show or not. But I think that's a banker over there. Get a rod over there, can fish with a, you know, a nice wafter, something like that, on that clean spot, just as it meets the softer stuff. And then on the other one, maybe just sling a solid bag around every couple of hours before we move into, like, the, you know, the late evening, night time, and then switch it up for, as I did on my last session, you know, another spinner rig, something like that, and a bit more bait over the top to see me through the session. But yeah, it's nice to know what's going on out there. There's no features on the lake bed, no ups and downs, anything like that. So anything that I've got to do is kind of got to draw the fish into my spots really. There's no humps or bumps or anything like that. It's just purely lake bed hardness that I've managed to find. So at least it gives me an idea on depths as well, which was around 7.2. So you're talking inches difference really, so not a lot of difference at all. So yeah, that's kind of what we've got to play with at the moment. Time to get a couple of rods sorted, get them out in the lake, get the kettle on, and see what happens throughout the session. Well, 3 hours into the session, I was just about to make a new solid bag to recast a left hand rod, and lo and behold, I was sat there and it's gone busting off, and we've got a mega scaly one in the net. Oh, I'm so made up. 3 hours into the session, that was a solid bag that just went straight out in front to that sort of firmer, harder area that I found earlier, and as I say, it was its expiry, to be honest, that bag. I'd like I say, just started to freshen and make a new one up to sling it out there, and it's gone rattling off. It's just after 1 p.m. Oh, I'm so happy. He is a nice looking fish. So I'm going to slip the waders on. The sun started to make an appearance, which is nice, and we will get him up on the mat and have a look at him. Oh, I can't wait to see what he goes on the scales. Well, here we go then, the first fish of the session, and what an absolute belter it is. Have a look at this one. Proper nice fish. 24 pounds and ounces. Check this one out. Look at that for a mega first fish of the session. What an incredible, stunning mirror carp. Look at him. Check the scales out on that. Solid bag out to that clearer area, harder, firmer bottom. And yeah, 3 hours later, it's rattled off. And we've got this one on the mat. Wicked, mate. So happy. So I don't know too much about this lake, but I went with my tried and trusted on one of the rods, a solid bag, seafood pink wafter, crammed full of the hinders, mini pellet mix, some little gems in there as well. 3 hours later, and we got this mega 24 pounds and ounces mirror on the mat. So I'm going to just get a couple of pictures quickly. We'll slip him back. We'll get that rod straight back out because it was due a freshen up anyway. But yeah, just look at the scales on that. Such a mint, clean fish. So happy. It's around 6:30 and nothing else has happened since I had that fish just a few hours into the session. The right hand rod I have freshened up back over to the right hand side margin. Fancy just making sure that was 100% fishing. Not that I knew that it wasn't, but you know, just want to stick a fresh hook bait on going into the night. I will go around there and give it a very light scattering of some further bait just to see me through the next sort of 10 to 12 hours. The left hander, which was a solid bag, I've just been recasting it every sort of 2-3 hours really, but I've had nothing to go on today. Nothing at all. I've not seen a single show apart from catching that fish. Like I say, 3 hours into the session, I've seen nothing else whatsoever, not even down sort of in the corner pegs on the end of the wind, anything like that. So really, yeah, I was kind of happy to nick that fish early doors, to be fair, because I'd be scratching my head at the moment, because yeah, they've not given themselves away. Now the cloud has moved over. Now I'm no cloud expert by any means, but it's just so cool. Like, this is just another reason why I like being out on the bank. It's just the things you get to witness. There's like really low clouds, bigger clouds, wispier clouds. Some of them up there just looks, you know, like smoke, that sort of thing. As I say, I have absolutely no idea what the names of these clouds are, but it just looks so cool. I'd sent a drone up just a minute ago to try and get some B-roll, just some aerial footage. A bit risky. The wind has died down a little bit, but yeah, I was just kind of looking up and I was just thinking, you know what, that just looks really, really cool. all the different sort of layers and stuff like that. Might seem a bit strange to you guys watching it. You might not even take it in yourself or even care in the slightest, but I just thought, you know what, it just looks yeah, quite cool up there. All the different colours, shades of the clouds, all the different types. As I say, I'm no cloud expert, I have no idea what they're called, but it just looked quite scenic and quite cool. But that's the state of play anyway with the lake. It's dying off, as I say, the wind flattening off a little bit. It's been proper windy today. Good sort of 45 mile an hour winds. Thankfully I'm on the side of it, so not so much in the face of it. But let's hope one or two get their heads down tonight. I am going to freshen up the left hand rod. I'm going to stick a bottom bait, sort of waft the rig on, just to see me through the night, as I did sort of my last couple of sessions, just for the longevity of the rig and to ensure that I'm fishing amongst bait. And then I'm going to catty some boilies out amongst it, probably 20-30 baits, just enough for them to go around picking off one or two baits, and hopefully my hook bait amongst it will trip them up as well. So I'm going to get some dinner on, and then yeah, probably recast that rod just before dark. I noticed from the guys over on the left hand side when they were baiting up, there were one or two seagulls knocking around. So if I'm cattying out boilies, that might be a bit of a pain in the backside. So I'll probably wait just on dark to do that, and yeah, that'll be everything set for the night. So fingers crossed, either the camera will come out between the hours of darkness, or I'll catch up with you in the morning with a coffee in my hand. Good morning. About 5:30. Really quiet night. I had quite high expectations of a bite, in all honesty. I started to see fish show just before dark, and a couple in my water as well. So I was actually feeling really hopeful of something happening, but that wind just picked up again. We've had some rain from about 11 p.m. onwards, and yeah, I just don't know if yeah, that kind of wind and rain really has just put them off. But yeah, it's really quiet night, so a little bit gutted about that, but I've still got about, what, I don't know, 4.5 hours to try and put it right. It is proper blustery out there again. It's so windy. It might not look like nothing on camera, but yeah, the wind is howling, absolutely howling out there. I feel sorry for the guys on the end of it over on that side, because yeah, that must be pretty full on. It's the best part of 40-45 miles an hour, to be quite honest. You can tell by the top of that tree, that's nearly bent double at times. So yeah, it is proper hacking. But I've just got the coffee on, so I'll get a first one of them down my neck for the morning. I need it. I had quite, let's zoom out. I had quite a rough night's sleep. I always do, to be honest. I don't ever really sleep on the bank too well, to be fair. So I use the last of the coffee up and try and get a few bits dry, which probably won't take long in this wind, and then have a little bit of a slow pack down ahead of my 10 a.m. departure. But in the meantime, if I see anything, I'll whip the solid bags back on and just cast to them and see if I can nick an extra bite. But yeah, nothing else to show for my efforts at the moment. But like I say, it's not over till it's over. So yeah, I'm going to get this coffee brewing a little bit faster than it currently is. Get the bacon on, get that cook bag packed away, keep my eyes on the water, and hopefully we can stick a second carp on the mat. Coming into the last half an hour of the session, and as you can see, pretty much everything is loaded on the barrow, all bar the 2 rods. Now, as you can see also from the sun glare on my face, it has turned out to be a stunning morning. Now, I can imagine it probably feels far different down on the end of that wind. Upon the back of this wind, it feels like I'm back in Spain, to be quite honest with you. Topping up the tan with my t-shirt off as I've been packing up everything. But yeah, unfortunately nothing's materialised for the last few hours. As I said, I had 1 spare solid bag left. I'd just chucked it back out to where I had that bite yesterday, because I had it sort of when the sun started to break through and that heat started to penetrate the water. So I thought, you know what, I'll do the same again, wait for that cloud and that sort of drizzly rain to pass, and got the bag straight back out. And like I say, the sun reappeared, but unfortunately no more carp have turned up. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm not going to long it out any further. I'm going to have the 2 rods off the sticks, get them upside down, get the spools nice and loose, and hope that there's a last minute spool spinner to stick another fish on the mat before everything is wrapped up, ready to go. So as always, thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, obviously give me a thumbs up, stick any comments below, make sure you come and say hello on any of my social media, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I've surpassed the 6,000 subscribers now, so target 7,000, and I keep saying it, there will be a giveaway video coming soon. I need to just get myself in front of the camera and record that and give you the details of what's up for grabs. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Grebe Lake, I'll definitely be back. Really beautiful lake, loads of other swims on the lake that I'd like to have a go at. And yeah, Dog Lane Fishery, as always, thank you very much. Another fish under the belt from a new lake, so I'll take that any day of the week. So I'm going to wrap it up there, and I'll catch up with you next time I am out on the bank.